Welcome everyone to an excellent showdown between Omen and Kislev, with Tsarina Catherine going up against Grand Cathay and Matthew with the Lord of Yin. Now we're going to be playing on the Cathay Wastelands, so we're going to have a little bit of a home advantage here for Matthew. So getting in the front here with the Grand Cathay forces, over on the left hand side we are going to be having the triple Jade Lancers. These bad boys very heavily armoured here at 100, and okay charge bonus, but you know, rather stale. Otherwise, we are going to be having Peasant Long Spearmen here on the flanks, backed up by the Sword and Shield Jade Warriors at the front. You can see bucket loads of Harmony coming through as well, which is really nice indeed, especially if you get the Harmony buff. I mean, up to 12 leadership and melee defense is very strong. More Peasant Spears on the side. We are going to be having Jade Warrior Crossbows in the middle, with shields as well, so hopefully can certainly spring off some of the missiles coming forward from Kislev. Now we are going to have the Alchemist in the back here on horseback. We are going to be having the Metal Shifting plus Searing Doom as the magic spells, with of course the Master of Element Winds. For the Lord choice, we are going to have the Lord of Yin on horseback there with the Arcane Conduit, the Master of Element Winds, and then also the Ancestral Warrior Summon. So I really like this here. The Double Caster coming in with the bonuses here, so we're going to be getting increased damage with the Searing Doom. Could be quite nice actually over the battlefield. Great normal riders over on the right hand side. We know all about those. Great charge bonus, great armor, great melee stats, and 105 speed, making them very scary here in the sky. So for Omen, we are going to have Cossars in the front. Looks like 4 units in total. Just nice cheap missiles to get some good precursor damage. We are going to get some Armored Corsairs in the middle, and they're going to be backed up by Armored Corsairs on the flank, and then the double Stealthy in the back here with 2 units of the heavily armoured Winged Lancers. Little Grom is going to be taking up the rear. The big bad boy here has 530 armor-piercing missile strength, can actually fight in melee combat as well, and good armor stats, making him rather tanky, and of course we could maybe get some healing here depending on the Lord choice. So, looks like the Lord choice is actually going to be Tsarina Catherine, so maybe not too much healing, but we are going to have the Frost Blades, as well as the Heart of Winter, Frostfang, as well as the ability as the Ice Shard, and that's going to be it. So no Arcane Conduit, which is rather interesting. So both sides going to charge forward here, maybe try and see if we get some of the Cossars to do some good chip damage, maybe getting up against the Peasant Long Spearmen. Of course, we have some good bronze shields here for the Jade Warriors, and then also the Crossbow Shields. In the middle, so we are maybe going to get an ability here. Yes, that's going to be the Frost. I think that's the Frost Fang there coming down on the Jade Warrior. So lovely damage. That's going to be probably about a 3rd HP, which is some pretty good early game work. In the back, we have the Great Longmire Riders. They're going to be waiting. And it looks like we're just going to be holding here with the Jade Lancers. So we have a bit of a ridge here on the left-hand side. So it's really going to help the push of Grand Cathay and you know, stop the cavalry from getting around the sides here and, you know, kind of compromising the Jade Warrior crossbows. Coming forward is going to be the Armored Corsairs. As they get to the edge, they can certainly fire in here, maybe make a bit of a you know, sort of half semicircle here, and you know, do some quite nice work. In the back, we are going to have the Searing Doom doing some good damage up against the Armored Corsairs. They're going to be, you know, not too much damage, maybe about 15 to 20%. We can see a lot of crossbow fire here, really taking down the naked Cossars. Cossars are going to be fighting in hand-to-hand combat. They will struggle here up against the heavily armored Jade Warriors. In the middle, don't know what this is going to be. This is going to be the Frostblade, so giving armor piercing and then also melee attacks here with magic damage to help fight up against the Jade Warriors. Bit of an interesting bonus going on there in the front. Jade Warriors is going to be charging through. Cossars still firing over the top. The shields will absorb a lot of the damage here coming forward from the Kislevite range. But in the back, it looks like there's going to be a bit of a problem here with Little Grom. Little Grom is going to be wrecking most of the Jade Warrior shields. On the left-hand side, we have Jade Lancers pushing through. We do actually have some Winged Lancers ready to fight in combat. 60 charge bonus here with 80 armor, going against 48 and 100. So it should be a pretty even fight, but they are going to be outnumbered. So lovely charge coming in. Omen is going to get the bonus there on Matthew. So good fight there for him. On the side, we do have the Alchemist charging through, maybe trying to help fight up against the Armored Corsairs. We have some spears in the back. Crossbows still going to be firing, trying to get maximum DPS. But in the middle, we are going to be losing the Lord of Yin. Really struggling here at the front. We do actually have a summon of the Ancestral Warriors. Pushing through, hopefully getting the rear charge here on the Cossars and maybe causing a bit of a break. In the back, Armored Corsairs going to be firing into the frontier up against Jade Warriors. Shields are going to be high as they're going to be getting pushed here by the Cossars. Look at them charging into heroic combat in the middle as they're fighting. Sword, shield, armor, and it looks like a few Peasant Spearmen coming in, frothing at the mouth, really wanting some of the Kislevite blood all over their hands as they're going to be taking down the big infantry. And actually, by our blood getting activated there, the Cossars really, really struggling. Kostas in the middle, fighting yet again up against more peasant long spearmen, and the mass line here at Cathay is going to be holding true. This back pocket is making it very hard to flank thanks to the ridge here on the left-hand side. But in the middle, we do see the Alchemist and the Lord Choice still fighting relatively strong, but still only 800 health here from the Lord of Yin. In the back, we are going to get a Heart of Winter here with Tsarina Catherine taking down the Jade Lancers. That's going to be a lot of damage plus slows in the middle. It's going to be 75 to 100 per second there, and that will actually go up yet again, so 100 to 200. But this is actually not going to be overcasted, and I do recommend with the Heart of Winter always overcasting. You get so much more damage for your bang for your buck. Now we are going to be having Tsarina charge into the frontier, maybe trying to see if we can finish off the Dragon Lord. Streltsy going to be firing into the back pocket here. Actually, no, it looks like they're going to be shooting down the Longbow Riders. Not only are they flaying low in numbers, they're actually going to be getting shot down in the sky. So look at the numbers falling here. That's absolutely incredible. So the double wing Lancers are going to be holding here up against the Jade Lancers. 26 on 28, up against 26 on 26. So actually most of it coming down to the charge bonus and armor, which is quite an interesting exchange there. In the middle, we are going to have the Lord of Yin has broken under the might of the Kislevite ranks, but we do actually have the Alchemist still fighting quite strongly in the pocket, and I absolutely love this cloak. When it's not inside the horse, it looks absolutely fantastic. A little bit of a few janky animations here, but I really love the design of quite a lot of the Grand Cathay units. Charging forward, Armored Corsairs is going to be finishing off the crossbows in the back, as they're going to be getting quite compromised thanks to most of the front line here being broken. Double Jade Warriors with the crossbow shields over on the right hand side going to be relatively okay. Streltsy charging forward, maybe to get a little bit of a compromise there, but Little Grom could turn and burn, but only time will tell. In the middle, we are going to be getting by our blood here for the Winged Lancers. Winged Lancers for the second unit are going to be rear charging up against the Jade Lancers. They're also going to be pretty low there for sure. The Lord Choice does return, breaks almost immediately. The Cathay do need to make sure that she removes herself quite nicely from the battlefield, giving that nice leadership debuff to the Grand Cathay units. Tsarina is obviously going to be super tanky, still fighting in the middle here up against the Jade Lancers, and she'll do quite a nice job of it as well. In the middle, most of the infantry is going to be falling here for Kislev. There's really not a lot left on the battlefield. We are going to get the crossbows firing up against the Streltsy. We do actually have Little Grom firing into the front. Yeah, he's definitely going to be targeting here down some of the shields. Spears on the flanks, a very healthy unit coming forward. It looks like it was pushing off the Corsairs. I'd actually push the slightly lower units of the Peasant Spearmen, the more broken units, towards these Corsairs, pushing them off the battlefield. But either way, it's down to the player indeed. Now, we are going to be having Winged Lancers charging around, maybe coming through the trees here to get a good little rear charge up against the Peasant Spearmen in the back. Looks like the Alchemist does win up against the Infantry Corps of the Cossars. And we are going to get a nice kind of contingent in the back here of Streltsy, backed up by Winged Lancers, and then Tsarina, who's going to be charging forward towards the front of the battle lines. Maybe try and see if we can compromise the crossbow shields. So not too much else going on here, so we give a bit of a skip. Tsarina going to be fighting quite nicely up against the Alchemist, so really nice work there, finishing that off. Rear charge from the Winged Lancers into the Jade Warrior shields. And that there, I believe, is going to be the win, coming from Tsarina and the forces of Kislev. Fantastic stuff there coming from both players. A really, really good game. And the Ridge certainly playing more of, certainly having more of a play in the game than you might think. Of course, making it quite hard to flank and get into the backside of those quadruple crossbows, making it rather difficult. Still getting very, very nice value over the board. 1,000, 1,840 and 530. Pretty good here from Matthew and the quadruple crossbows. Now, the Lord of Yin, not getting too much, 71 there. We're going to get 680 for the Alchemist, with 480 for the Great Lawnmower Riders. Now we're going to get 630 there for the Jade Lancers, 580 as well, and 317. So not too bad overall. Jade Lancers, of course, a little bit more expensive. I think they're 800 gold, so coming a little bit under chunk. But of course, they're going to be compromising most of the nice units here are the Winged Lancers. Sword and Shield coming in at 240, 150, 430, 240, and 200. And the Spearmen coming in at 180, 100, 300, and 166. So good performance overall here from Matthew. Really like the build, and certainly made it very close indeed. I think we struggled there with a bit of Lord on Lord action. I think the Lord of Yin certainly is going to suffer under the might of Tsarina Catherine. So 120 kills for her, 2,100 damage value. Very nice stuff there on the Polar Bear. 1.9k for Little Grom. Very, very strong performance. Just really breaking down all of the cavalry. Good shots here into the crossbows. Certainly being a big nuisance for sure. 550, 313, and 680 there for the Winged Lancers, with 1,400 from the Streltsy. 935, 400, 260, 140, and 280 there for the Cossars. And for the regular Corsairs, 180, 80, 260, and 73. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please smash that like button. I would really appreciate it. It does help the growth of the channel and the YouTube video itself. Feel free to subscribe and comment down below, but of course, do feel free to leave some nice comments. Any harsh ones will be removed. I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon.